doing, brother?
Hey, everybody, what's going on? It's Full Throttle Vision. It's 7 o'clock. It's Thursday. It's the same bike channel as last time and the same bike time as last week. Isn't it right, John?
That's right.
That's right, and we love that new phrase. It's the same bike channel, same bike time. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Full Throttle Vision. As always, Tony Cianci, editor and owner of Full Throttle Magazine, here hosting it with my man, John. John, say what's up.
What's up, everybody?
I like the camo hat today, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to disappear. Do you see me?
Where'd you go? Oh, where'd you go? There you are. It's Napa know-how too. I like it. Napa racing.
We got this as actually my son came down from Connecticut, and we did that Palm Harbor Car Show, and they were there, and we both have them. And it's even got. Hold on a second. It's got.
Whoa! Look at that bald head. Oh my goodness.
Number 56 and number 28. See?
Do you know who they are?
I have no idea.
I was going to say I'm not a race
fan, but you know what?
The only thing I look forward to on what's up?
I like cars that go fast.
The only thing I look forward to on Sunday is football. I am a football junkie, so
yeah,
I mean,
you are. You kind of get this little depression thing going on when there's no football.
I'm telling you, and you know what? I try and at least go to one Storm game in the summer.
What are you doing Saturday night?
Oh my goodness! This weekend has so many events going on. And we're going to talk about them all because they're all big events.
Tons of stuff.
And you know what? This weekend, next weekend, we're into the time where there's going to be a lot of events. But unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of crappy weekends because of rain, and so there's so much going on because it's always hit and miss. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And it's funny. The weekends that there's never anything planned, it's always beautiful, and the weekends that there's a million things planned, it's always crappy and rainy.
Yep,
That's
exactly.
summertime. That's summertime.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case, I'll give you our seats for Storm.
Ooh, I like the Storm.
So we have to go. We have to go to Georgia.
They at least hit each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to go.
Not only do they hit each other, they knock each other out of the stinking ring.
Nothing wrong with that. I think little arena football just to fill in the gaps when NFL's not going. I think it's exciting.
Oh, dude, it rocks. My wife and I, we just sit there, and sometimes the kids won't go. They don't want to go. But me and Delenn, we love it. It's absolutely a hoot.
And I've been there's been so much about football lately because of the draft that just happened and all the quarterbacks and people signing and it's exciting. It's been a lot more than just that though. Yeah, there's been some issues with some football players and some of this and some of that. It's an exciting offseason. Remember last year, right now they were in talks and then nothing happened and it was so hit and miss if there's even going to be a season. I hated that. Hated it.
That's crap.
And this year it's like now it's all the rookies are signing and Johnny Manziel this and this guy that and it's like I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be a good season.
Yes, it is. Bucks. I think the Bucks are gonna go a good 8-8, maybe.
They may move up to number 3rd on my rank.
What? Behind who?
Well, dude. That's Dallas and New Orleans.
My boys. I heard there was a tornado the other day in Texas. They told everybody to go to the Dallas, Texas stadium, the Cowboy Stadium. You know why?
They probably turned them away.
No, they told them all to go to the Cowboy Stadium. He said there was no chance of a touchdown there.
Oh, that was so funny.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Oh, dude, that is right. All I had to say is, how many rings do we have?
I have more than Bucks. That's all I got to say. Bucks got 1, right?
I think we have like 6.
Do we really?
Yeah.
The Bucks?
No.
The Bucks got 1.
I know.
I remember the year the Bucks won it. It was cool.
I do. It was an awesome year. I was very proud of them.
That was awesome.
I want to be a Bucks fan, but it's just
Don't give up on the Bucks. I was a fan when they were orange and white. That's all I gotta say. Well, if you're a true fan, you lived through those orange and white years, and those were embarrassing.
Those creamsicle years were.
Didn't we have an unwinning season in the orange and white? I think we're the only team with an unwinning season where we lost every game in a year.
Yeah,
it was pretty bad. But you know what? That's when we brought in Brutus the Buck, and we changed the colors and. We changed the whole outlook of the team. Go Bucks. I'm a way Bucks fan. That's all I got to say.
I'm a Bucks fan.
I'm a Bucks fan. I mean, you got to. Tampa Bay, you got to be, I'm a Rays fan and a Bucks fan.
I will never root against them unless they're playing New Orleans or Dallas.
Hey, good teams. I can't knock that. They're both good teams. Fun to watch.
Well, the last couple of years, I don't know. Man, it had been rough.
Yeah, and for Dallas, for sure.
Oh, my God.
New Orleans has had their good seasons. I mean, Dallas is just...
New Orleans are just... The Saints are just a grunt team. They're not...
Who dat? Who dat?
Who dat?
You know what team the fans I hate? The team of the fans of the team I hate are the freaking Steelers fans. Oh, man, they are brutal. They are brutal. Every time, just like you, how many rings you guys got? Oh, yeah, you guys got...
Well, they got one more than Dallas now, so they're all poopity-doopity.
Nah,
but that won't last.
No,
it never does.
No, we're talking football, and this is a motorcycle. That's okay. I love it. Football season, it's around the corner. But today, I do want to talk a little bit about something we did stop and do today, and I want to bring up some pictures.
Yep.
And John and I already talked about this. It was a tough day for Full Throttle in our family and the motorcycle industry because it was Dave Frank's funeral and showing and everything. Dave Frank was a hell of a guy. If you don't know him and if you've ever been to Quaker Steak and Lube Bike Night, you know him. He is the guy with the big beard, always taking pictures, probably 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, big guy.
Big guy. Somebody used the phrase, he was a gentle giant. And he absolutely was. He was a kind-hearted guy, did our fireworks at the expo. Anything we needed, he was always there. Climbed on top of a lift to put this crazy creation of a 30-some-odd foot trophy that I came up with that was just ridiculously dumb. But he's like, we'll put it together. I got this.
We got this.
And just an awesome dude. And it's a shame we lost him. He had a massive heart attack on his way to the hospital, and they took him in and couldn't revive him. And it's just sad. And these are some pictures from the event this weekend, or today, in fact. These just
today,
went up.
Right?
Yeah, just today. There's Randy and Wendy. And we did a nice ride from Quaker to the funeral home. There's Mouse. You're going to see some pictures. You're going to just breeze through them. You're okay. And we went there and did the showing, and everybody went back to Quaker Steak and Lube and the amazing Bill Church. Oh, look at that guy. Bill Church bought everybody lunch and sodas and drinks and stuff like that, and everybody came back and talked stories. And it was a tough day. When the news hit on the 16th that he passed away, it was just sad. I mean, I sat in my car and cried. He was a good guy, and it's hard to find good people that like this guy who had the heart and soul he did. And there's Uncle David Frank. And it was tough today. It was very, very tough. And there was a good, the place was packed. There was standing room only. Like I said, we had about 40, 50 bikes there. And he was part of the Radical team with Radical Randy. They would do bike shows and give giveaways, and his wife Sue Ellen. There's Spanky, by the way. That's what
I love that motor. That is the coolest thing.
Yeah, just a quick joke or a quick story on Spanky. He lives in Pasco, and somebody took a picture of that for the Pasco Slam page or something, and he was on the front of it for a day, and it said somebody wrote on it, like one of the memes or whatever they call them. It said Pasco County, enough said. And it had a picture of him on his bike like this, and it was like, what? Spanky's a good dude.
He is a good dude.
So, I mean, you don't see many Corsica front ends on the back of a trike, though. It's kind of different. No. But that's all of us. Right there, we did the revving. They said it's Lighting the Thunder. They open the doors to the funeral home, and everybody stands next to their bike, and they rev it as loud as they can to wake everybody up. So we were doing it there. That's what you see there.
That's awesome. Yeah,
it was awesome. It was a bad thing that we had to do today, and it was. But you know what? It was for a guy that I'll always remember. In fact, one thing we discussed is our fireworks show. I said, as long as I put on a motorcycle expo, there will be a fireworks show, and as long as I do a fireworks show, the fireworks show will be called the In Memory of Dave Frank Fireworks Show.
That's good.
So our expo is going to be Is that cool bike, by the way?
That is an awesome bike.
It's Super Alchi. It's a Moto Guzzi from Bob DeMoss. That bike is one of 25 left in the world, and wow. Pretty amazing. See the handlebars on the back underneath the seat?
Yeah.
They go up, and the point of it is to lock your knees underneath so you could shoot while the guy behind, from the second seat while the guy in front rides and drives.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's the amazing bike. Anyway, the fireworks show every year will now be called the Dave Frank Memorial Fireworks Display. And as long as I'm going to be putting on a show, it's going to happen. What I'm going to do is, I heard a story at the funeral that he would do fireworks. He was a pyrotechnic engineer. And he would set the fireworks up and get them ready and hit the button and fire them off. Yeah. And he told a surprise for somebody. He goes, I have a birthday present. When it's all over, just keep watching. And the big display goes at the end, and it's all fireworks. Boom, 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 everything's going crazy. And it stops. And one single one, purple one, goes up in the air and goes off at the end. And that's what I want to do for Frank every year. I want to have the finale and then one shell go up and blow up at the end. And that's going to be awesome. In memory of Dave Frank. And you know what? It's tough when you lose one of your team. Yeah. And, you know, he was a friend at first and kind of around. You know, he wired our new office for Full Throttle magazine. When we got in there, he goes, hey, I can do that. That's what I do for, you know, Raytheon. And that's where he was at for 25 years. He worked for Raytheon. So the guy knows what he's doing, because Raytheon's no joke. It's, you know, big business. That's a big deal. So I don't know what you're doing over there. I wonder if you pull up the Full Throttle page, because there was a picture of him, if anybody knows.
That's what
I figured you were. Listen, I got telekinesis here. What's going on? So worked for Raytheon. Sue Ellen's his wife. You know her if you've been to Quaker. There he is right there, Dave Frank, Radical team. And it sucks that we lost him. He was a good dude.
I only got to know him for a little while, but you know, just what I knew of him and how I met him he's a very cool dude. I
mean, you know, I could say a million things about the guy. He was a good friend of ours and really became tight with Full Throttle. He was administrator on our Full Throttle Facebook page, would post pictures. Yeah. Started becoming a photographer for, you know, doing a lot of stuff with the multiple magazines in the area, you know, with Full Throttle and everything, and 48 years old. So that's
how old?
48.
What, the same age?
Yeah, oh. 48. It's that beard, man. Beard puts some years on, but that's that beard. I'm, you know.
Look at you.
I can't say anything. I'm growing it out, but mine's at least red right now. I don't know why it's so
he's graying
red.
out like me. So
huh?
He's graying out like that.
I noticed yours is growing in pretty white there, John.
Yeah.
Hey, at least it's growing there, right? I mean, I can't really.
It's not on my butt.
Oh, Jesus.
I would have said the other thing, but I'm trying to keep it clean.
Yeah, no, I hear you. A lot of things going on. I got to show something that happened. And the other day, John, we talk about our Facebook page reach and all that the other day. I posted something on there, and I don't even know who's got the most likes yet. I got to figure it out because we were busy all day doing the funeral and everything. But yesterday I said, hey, we want to see a picture of you and your bike.
Yep.
I said, send us a picture of you and your bike. And I know you're looking at it. Can you tell everybody how many pictures people posted on that thread alone? How many numbers are? Well, you should be able to see the number at the bottom.
812.
812.
My God.
That doesn't include
Let me bring that up. Hold on. I'm going to bring that up.
That doesn't include the people. There's Mouse right there, one of our good buddies, that didn't understand how I said to post it in there and put it on our page itself or sent me a message. I probably got 50 more people that posted. I would say that's even on the short side. I would say we had 100 more people that posted on our page and sent us a like. And look, he has 25, 26. I tried to like as many until I couldn't. I'm like, how do I like 800 and something? But anyway,
well, 62,000 people looked at that post.
It definitely took off pretty well, and I was excited. It was a test for something we have coming up in the future that you and I have discussed before, John, haven't we?
Yep.
So that's how I started it off right there. I started with a
that's
picture.
That's a good shot of you too.
Yeah, we were riding in on the 50 legs run, I think, and you know, look at that beard. Good Lord, it's just bright red. I don't know if I like it.
Are you a ginger?
I am not a ginger. That's what's weird.
You can fool me.
My hair is as blonde as it gets, or dirty blonde, but my facial hair is red, and it just comes in weird.
That's
looking.
Great.
While we're on this, if you go to our Facebook page, right there, the Oldsmar Freedom Fest, that is going on starting tomorrow. Right there, there's the lineup. If we click on that, we can look at all the great bands coming up. Starts Friday, which is tomorrow, 5 to 10. Saturday, it's noon to 10 p.m. Yep. And Sunday, it's 12 to 8. I mean, there's great bands. Tomorrow night's headliner is, who is it?
It's Superstars.
Superstars. And then Saturday, you got Stormbringer and Greg Billings Band. And then Sunday, you got the Black Honkies. That's a good time. And we're doing 2 bike shows, one Saturday, one Sunday. Saturday's show is completely free, but it's a Heroes bike show. You have to be,
awesome.
And it's free to enter. So what it is you have to be a firefighter, police, military, EMS or paramedic, or have a tribute bike. Now, what that means is if you are a firefighter, we're a firefighter, we don't care. You are a police, we're a police, we don't care. You military, absolutely. Recent, whatever you want. EMS paramedic, we threw that in there because some paramedics are firefighters, some are not. So we made its own class for EMS paramedic, and then a tribute bike. So if you have a military tribute bike, it's free to enter any one of those classes.
I'm trying to find it
From last year,
from the book.
oh,
Magazine.
Centerfold. So what it is
Oh, there I am.
we have flag boxes. These are the coolest trophies ever. The flag box trophies are the flag's going to be flown over the state capitol in a specialty flag trophy case. Now they're flag boxes that are made into a trophy, and each one is signed by somebody different. The firefighter is signed by the fire chief of Oldsmar. The police is signed by I believe the police chief. Military is signed by by a colonel, and he runs Jerry Custon. He runs the chamber in Oldsmar, and from what I realize, a colonel's really hard rank to get to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the EMS paramedic I believe is also signed by the fire chief, and the tribute bike is signed by the governor. So,
Wow.
or was it Bill? No, it wasn't the governor. I'm sorry, Bill Araka signed it last year. But anyway, it's really a cool trophy. It's something you don't just win and go, oh, cool, I won. No, you go, man, it's cool. Like the 2 or 3 of the guys that won last year were crying on stage because it's so cool. And we call it First Responders or Heroes Bike Show. And it's a lot of fun, and it's free to enter. Now, Saturday's show is a 10-class ride-in bike show with first and second place trophies. Registrations from 11 to 3. Awards are at 4:30. $10 for first class entered and $5 for additional classes. So you could enter 2 classes for $15. You can see the classes on the bottom right: bagger, trike, lady, stock, custom, cafe, bobber, import, metric, sport bike, and antique. Now, if you don't fit into one of those, we're sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
How could you not fit in something on those?
Well, it's funny you say that until a bobber, well, not a bobber, but I don't know what can come up, because there's a million different things that you go, well, and then there's some that fit in like 10 different items, and you're like, well, enter them all, whatever. It's $5 per additional class.
Oh, you can do that?
Well, and you know what it does? It gives you a better chance. If you like winning trophies for your bike, it gives you a better chance, because we never double trophies. If you enter one class and you win first and another one and you're supposed to win second, we throw you out because you already won first place.
Got it.
You're already taking a trophy home. So you know what? We're going to take you out and move the next guy up, and they're going to win a trophy. And you know what? 20 different people win trophies. That's how it is. I don't care what you say. Bike shows are all about winning a trophy and getting your bike seen and looked at and taking pictures of, and you have fun with it.
It's like car shows.
Yeah? Is that how it works too?
Well, back in the day, I restored a bunch of, I was a Camaro freak. And I had a 73.5 Super Sport. That thing was, but I was always in modified. I couldn't do stock or,
What is a modified in a car? What has to be changed?
Well, I put a blower in the motor.
So big stuff.
Yeah, I tubbed the rear end. Had a Mickey Thompson's 50 softs. I had a wheelie bar, parachute, nitrous.
Well, you have a parachute on the back? Oh, come on now. Of course you're going to go into... you can never go into stock.
Yep, but it was street legal.
It was street legal.
Cops hated that thing, man.
Oh, I can only imagine.
That was 1980. Oh God, 87.
Where were you at?
Connecticut.
Oh, Jesus.
I belonged to the Connecticut Cruisers, and actually, Moroso. I can't remember his name. I hate getting old. Anyway, we hung out with Moroso's kid. They were in Guilford.
Why do I know the name Moroso?
Moroso Auto Parts.
Oh, is that what it is?
They're out of Guilford, Connecticut.
You throw in the car world, I'm a fish out of water. Throw me in the bike world, I'll tell you every manufacturer there is. I don't know why it's crazy like that.
And my roommate had a '69 Chevelle SS. Oh
Yeah?
God, that freaking thing! But his was stock. It had the 396 whole 9 yards. I took the 396 out of mine and put a 400 in. Oh, I'm sorry, 454.
I was going to say, that wasn't much of a change.
And then, but with the blower and the nitrous, and that thing was just...
Screamed, huh?
Oh, scared me to death. Even
I was going to say, how fast did you get it up to, do you know?
171.
My goodness.
Yeah.
See, now you can do that on a bike and a stock bike, you know? I don't know.
Well, it's kind of funny. Same Connecticut. I got into motorcycles, and I had a Kawasaki Ninja X12 coming over the Groton, New London Bridge, 162 miles an hour. And when the cops pulled us all over, they stagger stepped us, so they wouldn't, because they can't block the road because you're just going too fast.
Mm-hmm.
So there was literally 10 of them, and they were just staggered one over and over, and they just pushed us all and funneled us all the way down. So yeah, 162 I think is what they clocked me at, and I was slowing down when they got me.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you know what? Motorcycles are all about speed, but you know, speed kills. And you know, that's something that you brought up. That they did a recent show on the news about the guys riding in and out of traffic and sport bikes. Do you remember that?
Yeah, you know, and I never did that. I wasn't a weaver. I don't weave. And I only went fast when it was open.
Yeah.
Like during the day, it's just no way. I knew better, but they got us at. Was a nightclub liquor manager a long time ago.
Oh, you even throw liquor into it. Great. Even better.
Oh yeah, dude. Okay, here's how retarded. we closed the nightclub, and because we all worked nights and not days, well, it was 3:30 when we finally closed it down and cleaned the place. It was a big place. Our capacity was almost 3,000 people.
True.
So it was it was multi-level. So we closed down, and we all had bikes. I mean, that's just what we did. Back in the day, that was back when you just didn't buy a Harley because we didn't think they were reliable enough. So, and I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying back then.
They've come a long way
I was young, and
20, 30
everything
years.
was about speed. And so we went to a place called Squamicut Beach, which is Rhode Island. Now, Connecticut had a no helmet law. Okay, so I've been riding with no helmet for a long time. And so we went to Musquamicut. It was...
Say it again?
Musquamicut.
Okay.
I know, it's a name. It's an Indian name. It's a big Indian region up there.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what?
We got up there, you know, just hung around for a little bit because we were all pretty smoking drunk. We rode there.
You get yourself in trouble. You're over the
Yeah, I'm over the statute. Oh, no, they got me for everything except for... They didn't get me DUI. They figured taking my license away for a year was enough.
Yeah.
Because I was, you know...
We've all done dumb, crazy stuff, isn't it? You know what? The Bayside's a nice bridge if at middle of the night you want to ride fast. It's you know what? But it's not... for daytime. And the story that was on the news was all about the guys racing in and out of traffic and
those
lane
guys are asking to
splitting
get hit.
Yeah, I mean, lane splitting is about the most moronic, idiotic thing in the world, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Again, California allows it. I don't understand that. But they allow it in traffic only. I heard it's got to be a traffic situation where the other traffic stop. But still, you catch a rearview mirror. Some jerk opens their door because they don't like you lane splitting.
Or,
you're down.
You know, I saw this we were in San Francisco shooting a documentary about the 1960s bands, you know, like Grateful Dead and all those guys. We were coming over the Golden Gate Bridge, and this guy was doing that. He was cut in the middle. Some guy stuck his elbow out his car and caught the edge of his handlebars. Spun him around, and he got caught between the two cars. Now, we were probably at that point in time, it was rush hour, so we were like 15, 20 miles an hour. But it was enough to catch him, and then the one guy got scared and went this way, you know, to the left, and it spun him around, and the car in front of him ran over him.
Oh, and you saw that.
Oh, I was right there. I couldn't. We were pulling at that time I had the Suburban, and we were pulling the 30-foot trailer.
Oh,
and
I'm telling you,
I mean, it's like that close.
I don't dig lane splitting at all. And you know what? The sport bike guys that, you know, Harley guys ride fast. I'm not going to say it's not the cruiser guys. I'll never sit here and say that, cruisers are great and sport bikes are bad. No. But the guys that are doing it are the sport bike guys. Let's face it. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. The guys in the sport bikes are the ones that pull off in 50 of a pack, and it's as loud as you can hear, doing wheelies, and hitting their rev limiters and burning tire tracks, and it just makes a bad name for the community. And we don't need that bad name, guys. That's all I got to say is and Harley guys, we pull out fast. Rah, rah, yeah, we get it, we understand, but we're not doing the stuff that's dangerous to ourselves and the people around us. We're maybe making our pipes go loud and going fast. That's understandable. That's a bike. Everybody's going to do that. We all have done that. But when it comes to the racing and the lane splitting and the wheelies and the endos and the groups leaving and just raising hell, it's just not. That's not what's good for the community. And you got to understand.
It goes back to those guys in New York that did that. I mean, the guy
where the family was in a car and he just ran them over because they were in his way.
Yeah.
So that's that story. In fact, did we play the video on here? I don't know if we did or didn't. That was a big story at the time.
That was huge.
There was some backstory and front story, but the guy felt threatened and he ran bikers over. And when you see, and at first I was like, what the hell? Then you read the whole story and you're like, oh, this guy was just in fear of his life because there were so many people coming after him.
Right. I mean, you can't get mad at the guy.
Oh, you can. I mean, I don't know if he didn't kill anybody. I think he hurt somebody pretty bad.
He hurt him pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, he ran a guy over, but
he was also, the guy he ran over was the guy beating on his car.
Yeah.
So.
And his wife and kids were in there, and they were terrified. So
I mean, I'd have done the same thing.
My kids in a car. You know what? I love the motorcycle community, but don't scare me like that. Don't scare my kids like that either.
Yeah, I'd have shot him.
That's what they're saying.
Him over. I just opened the window and boom. And
they're saying that he had all rights in the way that he was coming after him. Yeah. I mean, he had all rights to defend himself, and the motorcycle communities. There's all types of it, and you know what? There's bad stuff like what we're talking about now. There's stuff like today when we had to go to a funeral for a great guy who, he didn't even have a car. They rode motorcycles their entire life. Yeah. That's all they had was motorcycles for their transportation. So if it's raining, he jumped on the bike and left. And you know what? And the benefits and the charities that we all do, there's a ton of events this weekend that are for benefits and charities that we're going to talk about after we play some commercials, right, John?
That's right. I was going to say, it's time.
Yeah, I knew. Like I said, I got that ESPN going on right now.
ESPN. There you go, brother.
What can I say? So we're going to play a few commercials. Is your commercials in there?
Yep.
Ooh, there's some good commercials for Johnny. Just made some new ones. You guys need anything, make sure you go to Tampa Bay Multimedia. He can take care of any multimedia stuff you need. Streaming, commercials made for events, anything like that. TampaBayMultimedia.com. Is that your website?
That's it. TampaBayMultimedia.com.
We're going to play some commercials, and we'll be right back to talk about all the great events coming up this Memorial Day weekend.
I've been representing accident victims for nearly a decade, and I've always wanted an office where my clients would feel comfortable and welcome.
I'm attorney Fran Hosh, and I've also always been a fighter, never backing down to any insurance company or their attorneys when it comes to representing my clients' rights.
Let me deal with the insurance company so you don't have to. If you've been injured in an accident, please call me at 866-LAW-FRAN or log on to lawfran.com.
The last several years have been confusing and trying for homeowners. Advisors Mortgage and Financial Group was there before the housing crisis, during, and we are still here now advising people of their options and helping them choose the best financial solutions for their family. You do have options, and today's market promises lots of opportunities. We have found that there are a lot of questions out there and misinformation, and we want you to know we have answers. Advisors Mortgage and Financial Group, providing solutions today for a better tomorrow.
Mister, what are those? CFRs. Pipe everybody wants. You can only get it at Jim's.
Sorry, Freddie. Sound does matter.
It's Freedom Fest 2014 this Memorial Day weekend, May 23rd to the 25th in beautiful downtown Oldsmar. Bikes, bands, and brew. Great food and fun for the whole family. Admission's only $2. Children 12 and under are free. There's plenty of free parking, so come celebrate Memorial Day with us.
Why did I take this class? Because who doesn't want to ride a Harley? I want that sense of freedom, you know, that power. I'm taking this adventure. I'm doing it.
I went to the riding academy, and the first thing is that I learned how to ride on a Harley. They don't have you learn on just any bike. You actually start on a real Harley. The coaches are fantastic. They're really personable and friendly. They really put my mind at ease and made it easy, took me through it step by step, and they really gave me the confidence and power that I needed to be able to get on my own Harley and take off.
It's one of those things you think about, why didn't I do this before? I mean, I've always dreamt about riding a Harley, and now I did it. I accomplished something that a lot of people think about doing, they dream about doing, but they never do. And that's the big rewarding part for me. It's done, and I can ride now.
There's been a lot of talk about the all-new Indian Chief.
The Indian is one impressive V12.
Fit and finish is second to none.
Indian Chieftain and Motorcycle of the Year.
It's time to join the ride.
Love this machine. The Indian Chief is truly the sweetest bike on the road.
American bikes are awesome.
In a word, very smooth.
The 2014 Indian Chief. You've heard the rumble. Now own
That's
the
cool.
ride.
We gotta
Starting
see
at
that.
$18.99.
No, the victory, cool. I like the Indians as well. Oh, I got to turn the volume off because I can't hear myself. Hold on. Like, I should have done that first. Like, we're just BSing about everything. That Indian Chieftain, a really cool, the whole Indian line, I think they come out really great.
Yeah.
And I sounds really great. But you know what? They have to rebrand the whole damn thing again. You can't just come out and go, oh, here's this $36,000 bike. No. They tried that in the last go around, and that didn't work well.
Yeah.
The 18,000, 19,000, in that range, people looking at a bike. That's good. Polaris is behind them. You got the Indian name. That's a good product right there. And I really think Indian's here for the long haul because they got some good backing now, too, with Polaris.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like them. They always look good.
They look, Indians, I mean, they still kept the nostalgic look. In fact, the engine really went back to looking like the old Indian engines rather than the newer Indian engines. So I like that. So we're going to look at the book because there are, I want to say, I think 5 or 6 big events coming up this weekend.
What's going on this weekend? Tell me about it.
First thing is our cover. This is the big one. This is the first time we've been at Quail Hollow. Quail Hollow is a golf course. Of all things, people, yes, you hear it right, it's a golf course.
That blows my mind.
They're biker friendly as hell. They got a pool there. They want bikers to bring their bathing suits and jump in the pool. Although a lot of the bikers I know, I don't want you to bring your bathing suits and jump in the pool because they don't want to see you half naked. I'm just kidding, everybody. Come on, nobody cares what you look like. Bring your bathing suits, jump in. We got Rick from Florida's Finest Bikini Models coming out with some girls to wash bikes. There's going to be live music by the Troy Duncan Band. We're going to put on a bike show. Everything's going to be awesome. It's going to be a very good time. A lot of people are talking about it. That is Sunday, May 25th. So we're going to be out at Quail Hollow, the Biker Bash. Keep flipping because what we'll do is we'll go to the cruising calendar and talk about some of the things that are coming up. And we're passing all this good stuff, but that's okay. Keep going.
Yeah, that's smoking hot.
Yeah, Florida Gun Supply. Go to that website. Very cool. That is so neat. Cool.
Cruising calendar.
So here we are. Also, May 24th, which is Saturday, is Main Street Music and Motorcycles Zephyr Hills. That is a great event. It's been going on for a long time. They do a quarterly. Radical Randy hosts a bike show. There's always bands playing, tons of vendors. Well, that was kind of cool. Well, you got little fade-ins
I got different stuff.
Huh? Little transition. I like it.
Yeah.
That that is a first time. We helped start that event when it started a long time ago. We were with it. We had some hiccups along the way, and we were out of it for a couple years. Now they brought us just back in, and I think music and motorcycles is a great area. The ride from anywhere you're at to Zephyr Hills, it's not too long. By the time you do that, by the time you get there, you're like, all right, I'm ready for a nice little break, get a drink, get something to eat. And everything like that. The website is Main Street Zephyr Hills Inc. So mszy.org for more information. Let's see, the Fords, blah, 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 13 years. Upcoming dates are September 13th and November 8th as well.
Yeah,
so
I don't know how, I'm sitting right here and I can't see that.
Well, I got pretty good eyes, so I can read all that little print from way back here.
Good
it's out in
God.
Zephyr Hills, downtown Zephyr Hills. You can't miss it when you get there. Take 54 to 56 and take it all the way out, and you can't miss it. That's where we'll
Let's
be.
move on from that because somebody else is going to be there taping.
No, that's us. I don't know how that made it in there. I thought I deleted that. They will not be there taping. We will be.
Thank God.
So I was just looking at that. May 25th, of course, is Quail Hollow. That's Sunday. So Main Street Zephyr Hills Saturday, music and motorcycles. Quail Hollow is Sunday. You took it away from me, and that's what I was reading.
Sorry.
I was going to look at the book, and I'm like, no,
You're
keep it up there.
killing me, dude.
I know. What can I say? I'm sorry.
I'm killing you.
The party starts at 1 at Quail Hollow, or at 12 noon with food and specials all day long. It says it right there. People read it. I don't want to
QuailHollowNow.com.
Angel Mama's Country Club. What's up?
What's up?
May 23rd, which starts tomorrow through Sunday, is Oldsmar Freedom Fest. They got tons of great bands. Greg Billings, Bobby Frisk, Black Honkies, Stormbringer. I mean, it goes on and on. Now, the one thing I do want to say, be prepared. There is a $2 entry charge, okay? I'm just letting you know this because it is not something that Full Throttle set up. This is something that was set up by the city and the chamber. So don't be surprised when you walk up and you got to pay $2 to walk in. I know it's not a lot. Don't come yelling at me, please. That's what it is. And
come on, Tony. You shouldn't do that.
Well, I don't want people coming at us going, why would you do that? And because I don't put out events on that where you charge bikers to come in. I like putting events on where bikers.
Ours are free.
Yeah, free events because you're going to come in and if you want to buy some jewelry, buy some beers, get some drinks, get some food, buy a shirt, you got the money to do that. I don't want to get it at the door. It's not my goal from that.
Yep.
Also on Saturday, May 24th is the Enforcers Party at Quaker Steak and Lube. With who?
Bobby Frisk.
Bobby Frisk. What a great band, too.
Yeah,
He's
they're
awesome.
a good band.
Ooh, Bikini Bike Wash, 50/50, raffles, all types of good stuff. That's at Quaker Steak and Lube, 10400 49th Street North in Clearwater.
Same day, you have the Benefit in the House poker run and the walkathon for Oliver Bellant.
Oliver Bellant, yes.
It starts in Palm Harbor Eagles and ends at Anderson Park. It's $15 and starts at 1 p.m. and sponsored by attorney Fran Hush.
Does that say 38SSS or 555? Can't read that.
38555.
Oh, okay. From here it looked like S's.
555.
It's right next to Styx on US 19.
Yep.
And Anderson Park is right up the street, and you nice little walk. I mean, really, maybe 2/10 of a mile, 3/10 of a mile up the road.
If that.
So that's nice, and that's sponsored by attorney Fran Hesh, who we have not talked about yet because
I got to stop saying Hosh because that's the way
It's Hosh is correct. I say Hash. I say it wrong. I believe it's Hosh.
I don't want her beating me up.
Hosh. Oh, they were there at the memorial service today. Her and her husband were at. Great people. If you need a great attorney, that's who you call. It's 866-LAW-FRAN, or they got the 727 number, the
784-8191.
And Fran is an amazing person. She's there to help. If she could take your case and help you, she will. LawFran.com. And while we're on the subject of LawFran, since we got to talk about one or two more events, they are giving away a trip to Sturgis.
Yeah, that's in the back of the book.
Nope, front.
Front of the book.
Yep, front. They're giving away a trip to Sturgis right here. Look, whoop, you found. Oh, one more. Nope.
What am I doing?
That's not.
I'm trying to find it.
There it is.
Oh,
yep, now you missed it.
I'm a clicky happy
Wait,
dude.
go back. Wait.
Go back?
Yeah, go back. No, the other way. No, back one.
Okay, I'm right there.
No, the other way. I'm just messing with you.
Wow.
And you kept doing it back and forth. That was the fun part. Okay, that was my little fun. Okay, so there it is. You can go to lawfran.com. They have a website, and on that website you can fill out all the information. It'll go and you can enter there. You can walk up to the Fran Hash booth at Bike Night, and you can walk up to the Full Throttle booth at Bike Night, and you can fill out 1,000,000 of these forms for a chance to win a trip to Sturgis, South Dakota this year. And what you win is 2 plane tickets. You win a hotel stay, and they will ship your bike out there. How cool is that?
That is the bomb.
Not including the fact that you're going to be accompanied by myself and my wife and Radical Randy and his wife, because what we're going to do is follow you around, take pictures, and show everybody how much fun you had from winning Fran Hash a trip to Sturgis. So, and there's going to be a whole pictorial in the book when it's all said and done of the winners in front of Devil's Tower, in front of Mount Rushmore.
That is a cool place.
Huh?
Devil's Tower.
Yeah,
I like that.
I just talked to somebody today, Mouse, the guy we were looking at pictures of. Yeah. He was out there, lived out there. And
did he really?
Lived out there for a long time.
That's awesome.
He said Devil's Tower is so weird. He said it is just the weirdest rock, the weirdest formation. Nobody knows what it is or where it came from or how it was made like that. And there's no water droplets. There's no anything. They say it was a alien landing pad or something like that.
Well, if you listen.
Don't you roll your eyes? Are you rolling your eyes?
No. If you listen to all the big scientists now, at one point in time, that was all underwater. That was an ocean.
So why is it the only rock like that and formation like that in the area?
Well, it's just it may have been the biggest peak at that point in time underwater.
Well, then why didn't it erode like all the other ones?
I don't know. Aliens, yeah.
John, did we land on the moon or not?
Yes, we did.
You're drinking the Kool-Aid.
I'm drinking all that Kool-Aid.
Drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm sorry. I don't think we landed on the moon either. So
I know we did.
How do you know we did? Because somebody told you.
No, because there's actual look. Do you ever watch The Big Bang Theory?
Of course, I love that show.
Okay. Do you remember when they're on the rooftop and they shot the laser and hit the reflector?
It bounced. Yeah. Well, they were aiming it at
It's a reflector.
Yeah.
It was put up there just for the reason of measuring the distance. Yes, we have landed on the moon. I'm telling you.
I've talked to 1,000,000 people, and I've talked to a guy, Bob DeMoss. His dad worked for NASA, and of course we've landed there. Then why have we not gone back? Why are we?
Because it's a dead rock.
Says who? We don't even know what's in our oceans here. We don't even know the species that are in our oceans. But yet we go to the moon 4 or 5 times and go, it's dead. We can't go back. There's nothing there.
Well, no. It's just there's the way they have to look at it is there's got to be an economic viable reason to go. Now,
how about just figuring out what it is?
Well,
is
we
it
know what it
cheese?
is. We know how it was formed. We know when it was formed. We know what it's made out of. Huh?
Could be made out of cheese.
No.
No?
Because I know that Wisconsin or the Swiss would claim it.
Oh, funny guy.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. The Swiss would claim it. Anyway, that's my conspiracy theory. I always question that one going, I don't get it. We just recently, have you seen all the new fish posts, like the weird fish that are coming up out of the ocean and stuff?
We know more about outer space than we do our own ocean.
I'm telling you.
That all day long. I guarantee you, there is stuff down there that we have never, ever seen.
I got to ask, you ever watched the mermaid show that was on about how there were mermaids or that they've...
No.
No? That was pretty good. It was... I don't know if it's Discovery or whatever it was, but it was a good show, saying that people have seen mermaids and found body parts, and the guys that found this body that was eaten by the shark, and they found a tool that was made by, and the pictures they had, it was crazy. It was good story. Like I said.
I would never discount it.
I wouldn't either, because you never know.
Nope.
I mean, just like you just tried to explain that part of that world was underwater. Well, where were we at? I mean, why weren't there people in there? I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
How did we go off on this tangent?
I don't know.
Oh, you did it. You did Devil's Tower. No, I was talking about it. I took us all weird, everybody. I'm sorry. I don't know if you got problems with it.
That is one of the bucket list things I want to do. I want to do all the ET phenomenon out there. You remember, you see the movie Paul, right?
No, I did not. I heard it was pretty good though.
Dude, It was actually really good.
Listen, I don't like E.T. period. So like the little creature.
You like
thing?
Seth Rogen, right?
Yeah, that's right. He was in that, wasn't he?
He was Paul, the alien.
Speaking about Seth Rogen, you got to see Neighbors. Hilarious. If you haven't
that
seen
is
it,
a riot.
It is funny as hell. I know. Now we're talking about movies. Who knows?
Oh, my
But
God.
that was a funny ass movie. I never laughed so hard in a long time.
I would love to get out there and take the RV. You know, my wife and I both have agreed that when the kids go, we want to get bikes. We'll pull them out there and then pull them out and then just ride around that area. But I want to go see the white mailbox. I want to see
the what?
The white mailbox.
What's the white mailbox?
That's alien encounters and.
Oh, listen,
dude,
you're going to be one of
you.
those guys from the movie Contact, aren't you? Following people all over the place and.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I'm in. I always think it's fun. I think it's terrifying.
I want to go to White Sands, New Mexico.
Yeah.
I want to go to.
You go to Area 51 where they filmed the fake moon landing, and
they didn't film a fake moon landing.
Well, they did that at Area 51.
No, they didn't. that was in the White Sands.
Wherever they
Sand
filmed
Lake.
the fake moon landing. I mean, I don't know.
The bottom line is the Mythbusters tried to recreate it and could not.
So you don't think the government's going to be like, you're going to make sure that this is going to work and you're going to disprung it? Mm-hmm. They're going to be like, oh, no, sure. Of course we've landed there. So here, proof.
Did we have? There's too much crap up there on it to not. It's still that. I mean, if you get a powerful enough telescope, you can see all the crap we left.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just busting that balloon.
No, there's no balloon to bust. I still don't think we did it. I still think it's all a facade.
No.
It's
and there are Bigfoots.
Yeah, but how come nobody can find them then?
I know, exactly.
Then my thing is, okay, the Bigfoot thing where they're on TV. Oh, finding Bigfoot. Okay, I understand that this is a big world, but don't tell me you can't find a picture of a Bigfoot or see one when there's 8 million people out there trying to find this guy or thing.
It's not Bigfoot. It's just big old mountain men.
Oh.
And their women.
Oh. You find a hairy, naked woman running through the woods and be like, oh, I found Bigfoot.
Got her.
Could you imagine if we ever found out it was a her? People be like, wait, it's a woman? Huh?
It's a woman?
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah. Also this weekend, by the way, talking back on motorcycle events.
Yes.
Now that we went on a tangent of a million different things, which was quite fun, actually. Black Widow Harley Davidson. And down there, Black Widow is doing what are they doing? Their open house, spring open house. They're in Port Charlotte, Florida.
Yep.
2224 El Jobin Road. It's right next to where the Rays play their spring
training.
ball. Yeah, spring training.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until I went down there and checked that out. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's
11 to 3, they got the Project Rushmore upgrade overview. Hey, what do you think? It's Rushmore? Get it, Sturgis?
Get Rushmore, yeah.
I'm just putting 2 and 2 together. It's making 6 now.
You are smart.
Rain gear fitting station, new cleaning product demonstration, in-store contest, music and vendors. Nancy Palacios will be down there from Full Throttle Magazine with the whole setup and all that. So make sure you go down to Black Widow Harley Davidson, Port Charlotte. Tell them you saw the ad in Full Throttle Magazine or on Full Throttle Vision. They're going to look at you like you're crazy and try and sell you a motorcycle. So go down there and see them. It's going to be a good time.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, hey, listen, that's what they do. It's their job. They're going to sell
It's
you
their thing,
shirts and everything like that. That's they're a good little dealership down there. It's cool. Nice place, good people. Went in there, had a meeting with them. They're going to give their a shot at some advertising with Full Throttle, and there we go from there.
They're going to like us.
I think they will. We talk about them all the time.
Absolutely.
So I think that's all the big events that I know going on this weekend. Again, they all kind of overlap and everything. Oh, there's the Enforcers thing. We talked about that, right? Yeah, the Enforcers thing. Mm-hmm. That is next Saturday right there, the Tuck-a-Buck Poker Run. You can bring that up. Let's show it off, the whole spread there. Yeah. And I mean that loosely, people. Come on.
I wasn't going to say nothing.
The whole 2 pages that are in the magazine that are facing each other right there. You got the Tuck-a-Buck Poker Run that happens next Saturday, May 31st. Free admission to all the clubs. It's adults only, of course. You cannot bring your children or pets, or your pets that are children.
No pets?
No pets either.
Oh, man.
$10 per hand, or 3 hands are $25. You get a $5 break if you get 3. Best hand wins $500. And if we have a lot of people, I'm probably going to pay second and third place as well.
Wow.
Starts at Oz, goes to Bear Assets, Brass Flamingo, Desire, and ends at Silks. Good little run. Registration from 6 to 8. If you can read between your legs there, it says registration from 6 to 8. Last bike in by. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
By 11:30, winners announced at 12 midnight. And of course, Silks is our last stop. They purchased an ad next to it, and they're the final stop of the Tuckabuck Run. Great place, good people. I know the owners and the people that work there. Always been a great location. Silkson19.com. Go check them out.
That's cool.
Yeah, lots of great stuff.
Yeah.
John, I think we're going to call it. We're a few minutes early, and I know I don't have much else to talk about unless you got something. Wait, what'd you do this past weekend?
Oh, dude, this is kind of cool. Let me get a two up. Let me get a two shot. Okay, I think last week before we went off, I told you I got this last minute call.
Yes, I was questioning it at first, and I was like, oh, sounds kind of cool.
Okay, so it's the Syrian Orthodox Church, which is they're the same as the Greek Orthodox and the whole 9 yards.
Real quick, not to make a joke on this, but wasn't it the in Back to the Future when they were gonna was it the Syrians are coming? Wasn't it them that
was wrong sec.
No, I'm just saying. Syrian, nothing. Listen, we're not like that. We're not like that at all. I think what you did is really cool because I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go off.
No, that's they called us to go and shoot. Let me rewrite. Let me reset that. They called us to film. I keep calling him the pontiff, but I don't think that's the actual true right name. He is like their pope.
And he came here to Tarpon Springs.
He came to Tarpon.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
I mean, they got me over to. They brought me over to the airport, and I've worked at the airport a lot, and I know for a fact it is extremely hard to get across to welcome a plane. Just kind of unheard of. But I got there, and the Pinellas Sheriff's County was there. I mean, the Sheriff's Department was there. They had like several of those. I walked up and gave my ID, and they allowed us to go across and film him coming off the plane.
Wow. Was it a big to-do? I mean.
Oh, yeah. There probably had to be, they allowed, I think, 10 of us to go over, which is unheard of for Tampa. You know, I mean, you have to be really.
Any airport nowadays with TSA, you can't just do that.
So we got here, and we filmed him at the church on Saturday night over at the Renaissance, and then Sunday. Now, what a cool dude.
Really? Did you get to meet him and talk to him?
Yeah, I got to talk to him whole 9 yards. It was really, and you drive by this church out there on Keystone, and it's very unassuming church. I mean, it's tiny. It would nothing what you would think it would be, but the dude is the man. As a matter of fact, he went to Jacksonville, and now half that church is flying to Lebanon.
Wow!
And then because he's getting the whole inauguration thing doing. And
that's kind of cool.
But what a great guy! I mean, he was really nice. He talked to me like I was just a normal old dude. And
hey, we all put our pants on one thing at one leg at a time, unless you wear a skirt. I'm just saying.
I couldn't understand half the time what they were saying, but. You know,
that's because they're making fun of you, John.
What was really good though is he did it in Aramaic. No, whatever. I can't do. I don't want to embarrass myself, but because I didn't. But he also did it in English.
Oh, that's cool.
And there was some big. I mean, we had Gus Bilirakis was there. Peter Nair was there. Was a couple other big people from the county and the state.
It's funny I didn't hear about this at all. Usually
it's their thing, you know. But what was really cool about it is this man had been in there as a priest and the whole 9 yards. So before he got all this, they knew him well. So. It was really
so
cool.
It's like bringing in a pope who started as a priest in your little
worked
church.
His way up. Yeah,
worked through a cardinal and the bishops and all that good stuff up to but woo!
Oh my God! Don't get me! I can't go that.
You're not touching me. I'm not. You're touching me now.
Nope,
see,
nope.
I'm not.
Hold on.
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching
the
you.
ET thing.
No, I don't want to do the ET thing. I don't like ET. He scares the crap out of me. My kids think it's hilarious. Yes, I'm terrified of ET. So every time my computer or anything's left open, what do? Find a big picture of ET and make it my background. It's like, kids. Yeah, that's what they do. You know. Oh, ew! Don't do that. I don't like it. No,
I'll
not a
be
fan.
Right here.
Right here.
Here. Dude, we're not right.
Oh my God, boy, did we go all off the charts tonight. People, this is not normal. Well, what the hell?
It is.
John,
What are you saying?
This
It's
is
not normal.
This is what we do. We talk about current events and motorcycle stuff and things going on in our lives, and that's what it is. And that's why we're enjoyable to watch, and you like watching us, because if you're watching us now, you're watching us. So
They like us. They really, really like us.
They like me. They really, really like me. You have to do it like that. You can't just say it normal. That's it. I'm done talking, John. Come to all the events. Look at Full Throttle Vision. Watch the shows. Go to TampaBayMultimedia.com and hire this guy to do some stuff for you. He's a great dude, and we are here to help you with Full Throttle Magazine or Tampa Bay Multimedia. And any event that you have that you want to do, we can live stream. We can do all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
So we'll hope to see you guys at the events. Like our Facebook page. If you don't, you can catch up on us there, and or our website or anything like that. Listen, go to all our social media.
Hey, next week at Jim's.
Next week at Jim's Harley Davidson.
That's right.
We always have fun with Greenie and them there. We always have a blast there.
Those guys are hoots.
We will be at Jim's Harley Davidson next week. Come see us there. That's it. John, take us away like you normally do. I'm Tony C. from Full Throttle Magazine and Full Throttle Vision signing off. I'm throwing it to John, and then we're going on.
I'm Johnny G, and see us next week at same bike channel and same bike time.
Peace.
Howdy.